Ahoy there, matey. When you think of pirates, what comes to mind? Well, you're not entirely wrong. But behind the eye patch, parrot and barrels of rum, lies a story of global economics and colonial ambition. Let's rewind to 1492. Columbus sails the ocean blue and lands in the Bahamas, thinking he's in India. Fast forward a bit and the Spanish set up shop in Cuba, naming Havana their tropical headquarters. Then they proceed to rob the New World blind. Gold, silver, sugar, you name it. Shipping it all back to Spain like it's Amazon Prime. But here's where things get juicy. England, France, and the Netherlands took one look at Spain's loot parade and went, well, that seems unfair. Time to forget the nightly honor nonsense. Enter the golden age of piracy, a time when the Caribbean turned into a free-for-all buffet of plunder. Now, not all pirates were chaotic rogues. Some had licenses and business cards. They were called privateers, a fancy word for government-approved pirates. France got the party started in 1520, targeting Spanish ships with gusto. England soon followed suit, sending in their MVP, Sir Francis Drake. Yes, sir. He looted so successfully that the Queen knighted him. Take that, LinkedIn achievements. But pirates didn't stop at robbing. Oh no, they got political. In 1706, they took over Nassau in the Bahamas, after the British kind of forgot about it. What followed? The Pirate Republic. A real-life DIY government founded by looters, complete with anti-Spanish policies, a rough constitution written on a rum-soaked napkin, and the noble mission of robbing anything that floated. Unfortunately, pirate utopias don't last. Once the War of Spanish Succession ended in 1713, Britain and Spain signed peace treaties and suddenly remembered, hey, didn't we authorize a bunch of criminals with cannons? Oops, privateering was banned, and suddenly thousands of pirates were unemployed. Some tried applying to LinkedIn, others just kept pirating anyway. Then let's talk about the slave trade. Yep, pirates and colonialists didn't just share the ocean, they shared the same twisted economic engine. Colonies were pumping out sugar, tobacco, and cotton, labor-intensive stuff. Native populations had been decimated, so colonial powers turned to Africa for enslaved labor, fueling the horrific triangle trade. Europe, Africa, Americas. Guns for slaves, slaves for crops, crops for cash. Humanity sold separately. For the misery for profit party, even British pirates started attacking British ships. That's when King George I said, enough, and pulled out the big guns, literally and diplomatically. He offered a royal pardon to pirates who turned in their cutlasses and sent ex-pirate Woodes Rogers to clean up the mess. Rogers became governor of the Bahamas, and with a firm hand, he dismantled the Pirate Republic. By the 1730s, piracy in the Caribbean was downgraded from existential threat to minor inconvenience. Sure, pirates would pop up again later, but the Golden Age? Gone. Buried. Like treasure under a giant red X. Sometimes, to understand the world we live in, you just have to follow the rum. See you next time.